What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I hope y'all are having a good day. Hope you had a good day trading today. Pretty easy day. I have to be a little bit quick today on the video. I tried to sleep through my alarm. I don't know why, but I was struggling to wake up. Um, anyway, this was our open here. There was a couple of people that were really focused on this. If we gap down, look for a retest, and this is not a gap down. Um, we opened above this level. This was us coming down and tapping it, the retest of this basically. This was where you enter calls. Play it up to our put level, switch to puts, play it down, switch to puts, switch to calls, play it up, switch to puts, play it down. This one we came just shy of the level. Um, but I believe when we were right about here, or not I believe, I know when we were right about here, I said in Discord that we basically played it down again. Um, that was kind of my indication for people to close here, as I didn't feel like we were going to hit this again. Um, and then here, I didn't expect people to play it again, but if you did, you're good. And then we ended up breaking through. You know, um, even if you took one and it missed, you know, it hit enough times over and over that you should be profitable on the day. Let me go ahead and start erasing levels. For the people that like option setups, I don't have any today. Didn't have time to look. Today would probably be a good day to find them, though. But unfortunately, just did not have time. Um, so we stayed below the the level that bulls need to hold um, for us to be, like slightly bullish. Mm, so there's no way I'm going to squeeze previous day Valeria high in here, so I'm going to add it to this one. We are also still below our previous week value area low. Poor low and a poor high. Let's zoom out. Look at the big picture on SPY here. I intentionally did not look at what they're doing on ES right now. All right, Green Day overall, very slightly. Doji, um, with volume. And again, to me, the most important is that we're below this Bulls need to hold level. Um, Looking like we want to head back down to 576, 98 ish. Um, we kind of anticipated this as we talked. I believe when we broke back over the 2024 value area high, I was saying at that point, like, there's a chance we make all new all time highs. There's also a chance we come back to here, retest this red zone and then sell back off from there. And so far, it looks like we're selling back off from there. As long as we stay below 585.20, I stay at least slightly bearish overall. Let's go ahead and look at our news for tomorrow. I don't think there's very much. Today was pretty stacked. Hour before the open, core retail sales in Canada. I almost said Canada. Canada. Um, 30 minutes after the open, new home sales in the U.S. So that'll give us some excitement on the day. Um, Excuse me. I think right now um, they're flirting with death a little bit. Um, Kind of the same as yesterday. If we open below our poor low here, you want to use this as an area to get in short. Okay. Hopefully, there's no confusion when I post this one. Um, I think there's a chance we might just range like we did today in this same area. The key is going to be based on where we open tomorrow. Um, so up here at the top, we have a poor high or an unfinished auction. They're probably going to want to go a little bit above and clean up that auction and then reverse back down. So I would really be watching them for them to hit the previous week POC as an area to get in puts. Same thing on the bottom. We have a poor low here. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if they bounce right about there. So it's a little bit sketchy for getting into puts, but Risk to reward wise, if we gap below and retest this, I would be in puts. Just know there is a chance we bounce at 580, 81. Um, but I think the risk to reward is to the downside. So worth taking a slap there, or taking a chance, I guess. If we stay in this range, watch for calls right around here. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and post this. If you guys have questions, now would be the time. Copernicius, a poor low means that we have basically two candles that come down to the same level, which would also be considered like an unfinished auction. And generally when that happens, price wants to go a little bit below it to clean it up. I can show you a good example of this. Basically, if you haven't read Volume Profile by Trader Dale, you need to read it. Somewhere in the 40s here. No. Where is it? There we go. So, I feel like I don't remember. I think I talked about this yesterday. Um, I can't remember if it was my mentor session or if it was when I was live on YouTube yesterday. I think it was my mentor session when I was talking about this, but um, poor highs or poor lows are also considered failed auctions. I was talking about this. A lot of things have different terminology for the same thing. So these are considered poor highs or poor lows, where we have multiple candlesticks on the 30-minute chart that come kind of to the same level. It doesn't have to be exact, but close enough. I feel like his chart is just like amazing, where every candle is coming to the exact same level. I was looking for an example where it's not exactly the same, but they're all exactly the same. But anyway, regardless, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be precise. Um, like here, this is still a failed auction or a poor high, right? Same thing here, failed auction or a poor low. It's not exact, but it's close enough. Um, what it means is, um, I don't know what my phone's doing. Um, okay. Basically, when you have these failed auctions, so here we have one at the top, here we have one at the top, here we have one at the top, and then another one here at the top. Um, and then bottom and bottom. And so then you'll notice down here at the bottom, like these are failed auction, these are a failed auction. This candle here completes the auction. So this would be like a strong low. This would be a poor low. This would be a poor high, and this would be a strong high. Right here, this one candle completed this auction, and this auction. And so generally, when you see failed auctions, you're gonna see like one candle that goes and completes that auction, and then we get a bounce, or goes up and completes the auction, and then we reject back down. And these would be considered our poor highs and poor. I mean, our strong lows and strong highs, or single prints. And if any of that's not making sense, you just need to read this book. It really breaks everything down. Like, this is failed auction or a weak high, which just basically means that price is going to go higher generally. Um, this talks about it more here. Um, and then I'm looking for an example. So when you have a strong high, the next time price comes to that range, you generally will not hit the equal high. It'll generally reject before that. Um, Whereas when you have a weak high, or a failed auction, price is normally going to break through and go higher and complete that auction. Dude, Chase Emilio, that's amazing. Um, Thank you very much. Will I be streaming Shorty's stream tonight? I don't think he's doing one. Like, do you know something I don't know? Shorty just said, SPY to 567 by mid-June. Who wants to take a bet? Um, yeah, I don't see that he's going live tonight. Otherwise, I would stream it, but he's not. At least not that I see. But thank you so much. That's amazing. That's a huge donation. Thank you. Um. Anyway, so if you haven't read this book, read this book. It's amazing. Read this book like 5 to 10 times. He teaches entries and what to look for, and I mean, it's kind of everything you guys hear me talk about. Where I'm always talking about retests. Um, a lot of his entries are based on retests. So like this, where we're bouncing, break through, come back and retest, and then short. The only thing that I don't see him mention is, like, when I'm looking for a retest, I want 3 5-minute candles or more below the level, or 3 5-minute candles or more above a level, confirming that price is happy down here or that price is happy above. Um, but so same thing here. So resistance, broken through, turn support. And if you notice in both examples, we're not like barely breaking through. We're breaking through um, with oomph, right? And making a pretty good move to the downside, and then coming and retesting, or breaking through here with oomph, making a pretty good move and coming back and retesting, right? Um, Ow. Sorry, my leg is also really bothering me. I actually went to a chiropractor this morning because I was in so much pain, and it feels a lot better, but it's still not great. Um, anyway, with all that said, this is what I'll be watching for tomorrow. Um, and I don't see any other questions. CS, yes. ES and SPY move together. No, I don't think SPY will reach 588 tomorrow or Tuesday. Um, Pretty bearish overall. I mean, 88's possible, but um, I think we're going lower. It is possible, though. All right. Drig Beats. I don't know what you mean by the lifetime Discord. Oh, what made today easy to trade CS was that we were just bouncing in a range back and forth, and I gave the range. Um, I've deleted everything now, but this was like our area to be in calls, and this was our area to be in puts, and it played like 5 times. Calls, puts, um, calls. So yeah, Black Rose. Shorty's still in those. Um, he never closed. Alrighty. Um, time for me to go hop in the shower, get ready for work. So, as always, big thanks to all of the subscribers. Extra big thanks to the friends of the stream. Huge thanks to Chase. That's massive, dude. Really appreciate that. Thank you. And basically, if you're new here, 5 days a week, we go over like Sunday through Thursday. We'll look at SPY, see what we're expecting for the next day, look for setups, trade opportunities. And then generally a few times a week, I'll share my option subs for the next day. Um, and then also a few times a week, my mentor will go live and he'll go over what he's watching for futures. And then generally like once or twice a month, we'll go over actual education on trading and try to teach you all how to trade. Um, so with that said, much love, much respect, everybody. I hope you all have a great long weekend. And I'm gonna say this um, just because a lot of people get it mixed up. Um, Not that I think any veteran would ever, like get upset about hearing like, whatever, thank you for your service or whatever else. But Monday's Memorial Day. It's not Veterans Day. Memorial Day is the day that we remember those that didn't make it home, those that made the ultimate sacrifice, those that basically give us the freedoms that we have here in this country. And so Monday is not the day to thank a veteran. That's a day to basically appreciate um, and honor those that never made it back home. Okay. Um, Veterans Day is the day where we want to thank our veterans. All right. So with that said, much love, much respect to everybody. Peace out, y'all. And we'll see you, I guess, Monday night. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. Um, I might just go live Sunday and erase my chart and start over fresh. It's overdue. Um, Something that you probably want to do like once every 3 months is just wipe your chart and start over clean. Okay. Anyway, we'll see you guys either Sunday or Monday. Again, have a good 3-day weekend.